let me ask you something. Have you ever set your heart on something? A promotion, a relationship, maybe that dream house. And no matter how hard you try, it always feels just out of reach. You might think you're doing everything right, but what if I told you the battle isn't outside of you? It's happening inside your mind? Here's the shocking truth. Your subconscious mind is sabotaging your manifestations right now. Take a look at this. Brain scans reveal a stunning discovery. See this red, pulsing area? That's the battlefield where your desires are quietly being destroyed. This is where doubt, fear, and years of unconscious programming hijack your intentions before they even have a chance to manifest. And here's what they don't tell you. 93% of manifestation teachers conveniently skip over this. They focus on surface-level techniques, but they don't teach you how to fight the real saboteur, your own subconscious mind. Here's a quick demonstration so you can feel this happening right now. Think about one thing you've been desperately trying to manifest. Got it? Now notice the tiny voice whispering, what if it doesn't happen? What if I'm not good enough? That's the saboteur at work. It's subtle, but it's lethal. If you don't take control of this inner force, it will keep blocking your dreams, no matter how hard you visualize or affirm. But don't worry, I'm going to show you how to dismantle it, one step at a time. Stay with me because next we're covering why affirmations might actually be making things worse. Here's something most people won't tell you. Stop doing affirmations. Yes, affirmations, the same ones you've been clinging to in hopes of manifesting your dream life, might actually be working against you. And the reason is deeper and far more unsettling than you think. Let me explain. When you say something like, I am wealthy or I am successful, but deep down your subconscious doesn't believe it, it creates friction. This internal conflict triggers what psychologists call cognitive dissonance. Your conscious mind tries to push forward a positive idea, but your subconscious mind, the one holding years of doubts, fears, and insecurities, rebels. It's like trying to steer a ship with two captains shouting opposing commands. And you know who always wins? The subconscious. Now let me show you just how powerful this resistance is. Think of one thing you've been trying to manifest, something you really want. Got it? Close your eyes for a moment and say to yourself, I already have this. Pay attention. Did you feel a little nudge of doubt? Maybe a voice inside whispered, no, you don't, or, that's not true. That tiny voice? That's the subconscious resistance I'm talking about. It's quiet, but it's relentless. But it gets worse. Let's talk about something most people overlook. The 3 a.m. phenomenon. Have you ever woken up in the dead of night, overwhelmed by anxiety, fear, or regret? That's not random. During those quiet hours, your conscious defenses are at their weakest, and your subconscious takes full advantage of that vulnerability, flooding your mind with negative thoughts and worst-case scenarios. Those midnight fears aren't just fleeting, they're shaping your reality. Every time you replay that failure, that fear, or that heartbreak in your mind, you're giving it more power. And this war isn't just mental, it's biological. At 3 a.m., your brain is in a state of heightened suggestibility. Your subconscious is more active than ever, and any negative thought that surfaces during this time embeds itself even deeper into your mental programming. The result? You wake up feeling drained, defeated, and unknowingly sabotaging your manifestations before the day even begins. Here's the harsh truth. This war is happening 24/7, and it's not your fault. Your subconscious isn't evil. It's just doing its job, keeping you in your comfort zone. But what most people don't realize is that this comfort zone isn't always comfortable. It might be filled with scarcity, frustration, and self-doubt, but it's what your subconscious knows, and it will fight tooth and nail to protect what's familiar. So, how do you win this underground war? The first step is understanding that affirmations and surface-level techniques aren't enough. You can't force your subconscious to cooperate. Instead, you have to work with it in a way it understands. That means disrupting the old patterns it clings to and replacing them with new ones it feels safe embracing. In the next part, we're going deeper into the 3 traps of traditional manifestation techniques and the surprising role something as simple as your morning coffee plays in keeping you stuck. Let's uncover a shocking truth about your daily habits. Your morning coffee might be programming you for failure. I know it sounds strange. After all, coffee is just a drink, right? But here's what most people don't realize. Your subconscious mind is highly sensitive to routines. Every habit, every ritual, every seemingly harmless choice you make sets the tone for how your subconscious operates throughout the day. And here's the kicker. If you start your morning in a state of chaos or stress, even something as small as rushing to grab a cup of coffee, you're wiring your subconscious for scarcity and lack. Here's how it works. The moment you wake up, your brain is still in a theta state, that magical in-between phase where your subconscious is most open and impressionable. But instead of using that precious window to feed it empowering, expansive thoughts, most people start their day on autopilot. They check their phones, rush through their routines, or stress over what's ahead. And for many, that first sip of coffee isn't just about caffeine. It's tied to anxiety, urgency, and a sense of, I need this to function. That energy sends a direct message to your subconscious. I'm not enough without external help. But that's just the beginning. The bigger problem lies in the 3 hidden traps embedded in traditional manifestation methods, traps that your subconscious loves to exploit. Trap number 1, blind repetition. You've probably heard the advice, repeat your affirmations daily, but if you're repeating something that conflicts with your core beliefs, it backfires. For example, saying, I am wealthy over and over again, when you deeply believe you're struggling, only amplifies the inner resistance. Your subconscious doesn't respond to words. It responds to the energy and belief behind them. Trap number 2, overthinking manifestation techniques. Many manifestation methods ask you to constantly visualize, plan, and obsess over your desires. But here's the irony. When you obsess over something, you're signaling to your subconscious that you don't have it yet. It's like telling the universe, I'm in lack, and your subconscious takes that signal and amplifies it. Trap number 3, the just be positive myth. Forcing positivity can be toxic to your subconscious. Why? Because it suppresses the very emotions that need to be acknowledged and released. If you feel fear, sadness, or frustration, burying those feelings doesn't make them go away. It just drives them deeper into your subconscious, where they continue to shape your reality from the shadows. So what's the solution? It's not about forcing your subconscious to comply. It's about using reverse psychology to make it surrender. Instead of telling your subconscious what to believe, you subtly redirect it. For instance, instead of saying, I am successful, try, I'm open to exploring what success feels like. This simple shift removes resistance and invites your subconscious to explore new possibilities without putting up a fight. Next, we're covering a groundbreaking method inspired by an ancient Japanese art form that holds the key to reprogramming your reality. Stay with me, you don't want to miss this. What if the secret to reprogramming your subconscious mind was hidden in the cracks? Literally. Let me introduce you to the Japanese art of kintsugi. Kintsugi is the ancient practice of repairing broken pottery with gold, turning what was once damaged into something even more valuable. And here's the connection to your subconscious. Most people try to fix themselves by hiding their flaws or pretending they don't exist. But the truth is, it's those cracks, the old beliefs, the past traumas, the limiting patterns, that hold the key to reprogramming your reality. Instead of covering them up, you need to embrace them, reframe them, and transform them into strengths. Here's how it works in practice. Every time you catch a negative thought, don't resist it. Acknowledge it. For example, if your subconscious whispers, I'm not good enough, don't fight it. Instead say, that's interesting. Why do I believe that? By shining a light on these hidden cracks, you're already taking the first step toward turning them into gold. Now, let's talk about the unconventional method that accelerates this process. The 40-20-40 rule. This approach rewires your subconscious using the natural rhythms of your brain. Here's how it works. 40% of your focus should go toward awareness, spotting the moments when your subconscious sabotages you. Pay attention to the doubts that creep in, the stories you tell yourself, and the patterns that keep repeating. 20% of your focus should go toward reframing. This is where you flip the script. For example, if your subconscious says, "You're not smart enough," reframe it by saying, "I'm learning every day, and that's enough." It's not about lying to yourself. It's about planting seeds of possibility. The final 40% of your focus should go toward embodiment, acting as if your new belief is already true. This is crucial. Your subconscious responds to action more than words. So, if you're trying to manifest abundance, start by practicing small acts of generosity. But there's a catch. Many people unknowingly sabotage this process by following popular advice that doesn't work. For example, let's talk about gratitude journals. On the surface, they seem harmless, even helpful. But here's the hidden danger. If you're writing down things you're grateful for, while secretly feeling like your life is lacking, your subconscious picks up on the energy of lack. So what's the alternative? Instead of focusing on what you're grateful for, focus on why you're grateful. The difference is subtle but powerful. For instance, instead of writing, "I'm grateful for my job," right? "I'm grateful for the opportunities my job brings to grow and learn." This shifts your subconscious from passive gratitude to active, expansive thinking. The cracks in your subconscious aren't flaws, they're opportunities to create something extraordinary. And when you follow the 40-20-40 method, you're not just repairing your subconscious, you're transforming it. Next, we're diving into the quantum mechanics of thought and a 72-hour reset that could change your life forever. Let's shift gears and talk about the quantum mechanics of thought. This isn't just about ideas or intentions. It's about how your thoughts literally shape your reality. Here's the science. Every thought you think creates a vibration, and that vibration interacts with the quantum field around you. But here's where most people get it wrong. They focus only on what they want, not the energy they're actually sending out. The subconscious doesn't work in terms of want or don't want. It works in terms of energy and alignment. Think about this. When you're trying to manifest abundance but secretly feel scarcity, what energy do you think your subconscious is putting out? It's not abundance. It's the vibration of lack. The universe doesn't hear your words. It feels your energy. So how do you get your subconscious and the quantum field to work in harmony? The answer lies in what I call the 72-hour subconscious reset timeline. Here's how it works. Day 1, awareness. For the first 24 hours, your only job is to notice your thoughts. Don't try to change them, judge them, or fight them. Just observe. Pay close attention to the patterns that come up. For example, do you notice yourself thinking, "I can't afford this," or "That's not possible for me"? Write these thoughts down. The key here is to recognize the default programming your subconscious is running on. Day 2, disruption. Once you've identified these patterns, it's time to disrupt them. But here's the trick, you don't fight the thoughts head-on. Instead, you gently challenge them with curiosity. For instance, if you catch yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," ask, "Where did this belief come from? Is it really true?" The goal isn't to force yourself to believe something new. It's to create enough doubt in the old belief that it begins to lose its power. Day 3, rewiring. Now that you've disrupted the old patterns, it's time to replace them. Use simple, actionable steps to reinforce new beliefs. For example, if you're trying to manifest abundance, take a small action that aligns with that energy, like giving $1 to someone in need or treating yourself to something small but meaningful. These tiny actions signal to your subconscious that abundance is already part of your reality. But there's one more key to rewiring your subconscious. The only 4 words you need to print and put on your mirror. These 4 words are, what if it works? Why these words? Because they plant a seed of possibility. Every time you see them, your subconscious starts to entertain the idea that your dreams are achievable. It stops focusing on doubt and starts opening doors to opportunity. This isn't just about thinking positive. It's about creating a new energetic blueprint. And when you align your thoughts, actions, and subconscious energy with the quantum field, manifestation becomes inevitable. In the final moments of this video, I'll share a powerful revelation, a pattern interrupt that could shift your mindset before you even go to sleep tonight. Now that we've uncovered the layers of how your subconscious mind hijacks your manifestations, here's the revelation you've been waiting for. The moment you stop trying to force your desires into reality is the moment your subconscious begins to align effortlessly with them. It's not about chasing your dreams. It's about becoming the version of yourself that already has them. And here's the most powerful truth. Your reality is not fixed. It's fluid, ever-changing, and completely malleable to the energy you project. But here's the thing, knowledge without action is useless. Your subconscious thrives on repetition and urgency, and that's why it's critical to apply what you've learned today before your next sleep cycle. Why? Because sleep is the ultimate gateway to your subconscious. Tonight, as you drift into sleep, your brain will naturally enter that theta state we talked about earlier, the most receptive time for rewiring your inner beliefs. So here's your challenge. Pick just one thing from today's video and commit to it before you go to bed. Maybe it's writing those 4 words, "What if it works?" on a sticky note and putting it on your mirror. Maybe it's practicing the 72-hour subconscious reset timeline or catching a single limiting belief and gently reframing it. Whatever you choose, don't wait. Take that first step now because your subconscious starts shifting the moment you take action. And before we wrap up, I want to give you a preview of what's coming next. In the next video, we'll uncover a controversial concept that challenges everything you've ever been taught about time and manifestation. It's a game changer, and I promise you, it'll flip your understanding of reality upside down. But for now, I want to leave you with this. The power to create the life you want isn't outside of you. It's within. You don't need to look for answers in a book, a guru, or a complicated method. Your subconscious mind already knows the way. Your job is simply to guide it. So, if this resonated with you, here's what you need to do next. 1. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next chapter of this journey. 2. Share this video with someone you know who's been struggling to manifest their dreams. You could be the reason they finally unlock their true potential. 3. Leave a comment below and tell me which part of today's video hit you the hardest. Was it the subconscious traps, the reversed psychology, or maybe those 4 little words? I read every comment, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Remember, you're not here by accident. If you're watching this, it's because you're ready to step into a new reality. The question is, will you take that step? Until next time, trust in the process, trust in yourself, and remember, your subconscious is your greatest ally.